It's easy to fall in love with the idea of gardening, hands in the dirt, seeds in the ground, the promise of something green pushing its way toward the sun. But what most new gardeners discover far too late is that success begins long before the first seed is planted. It starts with the soil. And while books and blogs offer plenty of advice, not all of it prepares beginners for the more subtle, often overlooked missteps that can quietly sabotage a garden. Today we're digging deep into the 5 most common soil mistakes new gardeners make. Mistakes that aren't always obvious but absolutely vital to get right. The first major mistake is assuming that all soil is created equal. Many beginners believe that if it looks dark and crumbly, it must be good. But soil health runs far deeper than appearance. Dead soil can still look rich while lacking biological life and essential structure. What really matters is the invisible ecosystem within, the microbes, fungi, worms, and organic matter that make nutrients available to plants. New gardeners often skip assessing their soil altogether, jumping straight to planting without knowing their pH, texture, or drainage levels. As a result, they end up trying to grow heavy-feeding vegetables in depleted or compacted ground. This sets the stage for stunted plants, yellowing leaves, and discouragement. A quick squeeze test, simple drainage check or home pH test can reveal a lot. But better yet, start observing how water behaves in your soil and how quickly organic matter breaks down. These signs offer real clues about what your soil is ready to handle. A second big mistake is trying to fix soil by overloading it with compost. Yes, compost is gold in the garden, but like any good thing, too much can backfire. Beginners often assume that the more compost they add, the better their plants will grow. But overly rich soil, especially when made from high-nitrogen kitchen scraps or fresh manure, can create imbalances that stress plants rather than nourish them. Excessive compost can cause overly soft stems, weak root systems, and delayed flowering. Worse still, it can throw off microbial balances, especially when compost isn't fully broken down. The key is to treat compost as a gentle amendment, not a miracle cure. Blend it into existing soil to boost structure and microbial life, but avoid creating beds made entirely from it. Think of compost as seasoning, not the whole meal. Another common misstep lies in the obsession with tilling. There's something satisfying about breaking ground and turning soil, but constant digging does more harm than good. Tilling breaks up the natural structure of soil, damaging the web of life beneath the surface, especially the fungal networks and worm tunnels that help water and nutrients move efficiently. New gardeners often till out of habit, especially if they're working a lawn or former construction site, not realizing that they're accelerating erosion and drying out the soil. In many cases, less is more. A no-dig approach using mulch and compost on the surface allows soil to build itself naturally over time. Layering instead of churning preserves soil structure, promotes biological activity, and holds moisture where plants need it most. Misjudging soil moisture is another hidden mistake that quietly kills more gardens than drought or pests. Watering seems simple, but beginners often get it wrong, not because they don't water enough, but because they water the wrong way. Many assume that surface moisture equals healthy soil, not realizing that water can evaporate quickly or pool on top of compacted layers without penetrating where roots live. This leads to a cycle of shallow watering, shallow roots, and plants that collapse during heat waves. Good gardeners learn to water deeply and less frequently, allowing the soil to dry slightly between sessions. But even more important is learning to feel the soil below the surface, not just looking at it. A few inches down should feel moist but not soggy. If it crumbles dry or feels like a soaked sponge, it's a sign that your watering schedule needs adjustment. Finally, new gardeners often ignore the role of soil biology. In the rush to add fertilizers and amendments, they forget that soil is alive. The focus tends to be on nutrients, NPK numbers, and feeding schedules, while the biological web is left neglected. Synthetic fertilizers may feed plants in the short term, but they do little to feed the soil itself. Over time, this creates dependency, not resilience. Plants become weak, susceptible to disease, and unable to access the deeper mineral wealth locked in the earth. A healthy soil system includes mycorrhizal fungi that extend the root network, bacteria that fix nitrogen naturally, and creatures that constantly recycle organic matter. Building this web takes time, and it starts with feeding the soil, not just the plants. Adding organic matter, avoiding harsh chemicals, and rotating crops all help support this invisible workforce. When the biology is right, everything else follows. Plants grow stronger, pests become less of a problem, and yields improve without extra effort. The truth is, soil is not just a medium, it's the foundation. Everything above ground reflects what's happening below it. And for new gardeners, understanding these less obvious soil mistakes is the first step toward not just surviving but thriving. It's not about fancy products or complicated routines. It's about slowing down, paying attention, and working with nature instead of trying to outsmart it. Soil doesn't respond well to shortcuts, but it responds beautifully to care, patience, and simple, time-proven techniques that bring it back to life. If you're just starting your gardening journey, let this be your foundation. Before planting anything, take the time to read your soil. Its texture, its smell, its behavior after a rain. Ask what it needs and give it the space to rebuild. And if you've made some of these mistakes already, don't worry. Soil is forgiving. Every season is a chance to learn, adjust, and grow alongside your garden. If this guide helped you see soil in a new light, subscribe to HydroHaven and share this with someone who's just getting started. The more we learn to care for our soil, the better our gardens and our world will become.